I'm Isis Romero, and this is the news in San Antonio. Two men are in jail accused of an armed robbery at a Northside game room. But investigators are still looking for two other men connected to the crime. Vanessa Croy has the latest on the case and the manhunt.
According to an arrest warrant, it was detectives listening in to jailhouse calls that helped put two suspects behind bars. They were both wanted in that game room robbery, but two more suspects are still on the loose, and police need you to see these pictures to help track them down. Take a good look at your screen. They say these two men are part of a crew that stormed into the Silvertown game room on September 10th. Masked and armed, investigators say they pistol whipped a security guard, took her gun, and held employees at gunpoint while grabbing cash. Both are still on the run. But now behind bars, Jarvis Ramsey. He's one of two already locked up, accused in that game room robbery. Detectives say Ramsey let details slip during jail calls, naming a suspect only known as KB. Detectives followed a trail of evidence and were able to track down who KB was, who we now know as Keshawn Merritt. We also uncovered additional arrest warrants charging Merritt and Ramsey with a separate robbery at a Westside convenience store. Ramsey is also being charged in two other robberies, one at Ingram Park Mall and the other at a Westside Walmart. And we've also learned this new detail. Ramsey revealed in a jailhouse interview that Kayleen Stanton worked with him to plot two of the robberies. Ramsey told detectives that Stanton is the mother of his child. If you know anything about this robbery or where those men are today, call Crime Stoppers. They're offering up to $5,000 to anyone who has information that leads to their arrest. And remember, tips can remain anonymous. Vanessa Croy, KENS 5.
A human skull found outside a business has now been identified. Simone Simpson speaks with the man who found the skull while at work.
This is one of those crazy days. I picked it up. I'm like, oh, this is not, I thought it was like a cantaloupe or something.
To Walter Stevens' surprise, while cutting grass, he found the skull of who the Bexar County medical examiners have determined to be 30-year-old Austin Thomas Wyrestick.
It was a crazy experience.
After noticing the teeth, he set it down and alerted his boss, who called the police.
There was like all kinds of cops here, and then they ended up finding the rest of the remains on the creek. That's Martinez Creek right there.
The skull was found here next to these dishes left to feed dogs in the area.
When Stevens was cutting grass, he said the skull wasn't there in the morning.
The skull, it was all like, there was no skin on it or nothing. It was all bleached by the sun already.
SAPD confirmed they found other small parts near the plumbing business along North San Jacinto Street. Not much is known about how Wyrestick's skull showed up outside the plumbing business. Police say they're still investigating.
I mean, it was sad, but it was good that I found him.
The discovery made Stevens reflect on life.
Once you start getting down, then you stay down and get all depressed, and it's not worth it, man. You just gotta stay happy.
Outside downtown, Simone Simpson, KENS 5.
The search continues for whoever shot a man and left him in the parking lot of an apartment complex. Sue Kalberg picks up the story out of Southeast San Antonio.
The neighbors here tell me police did show up looking for Building 25 and they didn't find anything and they left. They say as people kept calling, police came back, they discovered it was apartment 25, and when they were looking around in the dark between cars, they found the man's body on the ground.
I passed right by the man and we didn't know the man was dead.
Joseph, who preferred not to appear on camera, said it's common to see drug users passed out here at all hours.
You know, they'd be high and on drugs and stuff, and they'd sit on these steps, lay on these steps and be knocked out, so didn't think nothing of it.
Numerous people call police to say they heard the shots fired, but so far, police say they don't have much evidence. In a place where disturbances, burglaries, and threats are common, neighbors believe people who don't live here cause most of the trouble here.
That's what's bringing all the problem on the compound, is the people that don't live here.
So far, police identify the victim only as a young black male, and the medical examiner hasn't released his name yet. All the neighbors that we talked to said they're concerned about security because there are no locking gates here. They say as time goes forward, they hope that security measures will be improved to prevent incidents like this. In southeast San Antonio, Sue Kelpert, KENS 5.
2 people are now in custody accused of stealing mail and credit card abuse. Garden Ridge police served a search warrant yesterday on Blazing Star Trail. Police say there have been several mail thefts at community cluster boxes. Some residents installed a camera on the mailbox, and police say the video helped them identify the car the suspected thieves were driving. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office arrested Robert Blaylock Jr. and Robert Blaylock III. Well, clothing brand Carhartt opened a new store at the Alamo Quarry Market on Thursday. The store brings more than 20 jobs to San Antonio. The first 1,000 loyalty member customers received a T-shirt. This is the 3rd Carhartt store in Texas, along with Fort Worth and Tyler. The new store offers gear for men, women, and children, as well as footwear and accessories. And that's the news in San Antonio.